Yeah. Ride with you, babe. Said I ride.
All right, y'all. So I had some excitement in my life, and I'm so shocked. I'm shook right now because something. Well, it's not really exciting, but I have a story to tell. So I'm eating my cereal. By the way, this is not French toast crunch. This is cinnamon toasted squares and some spicy noodles that I got from my job because I work with Asians and they provide the Asian food for me when I'm hungry. By the way, I haven't tasted those noodles yet, so hopefully they're good. But okay, y'all. So yesterday, I came in from work. I got off at 8. Came in the house, but I realized, dang, I left my money in the house, so I had to go back out to the bank. So 2 hours later, I left back out, went to Giant. It's a little PNC ATM in there. So I go to the PNC, I drive, I'm driving, I'm jamming, I'm listening to my tunes, right? I'm cranking, like, I'm like in a great mood. So I drive up to, why did I park right here? I drove up beside this car. It looked like there was nobody in there until I pulled up and I looked and somebody was in there staring at me. And I looked over. I didn't really pay any mind to it because men, niggas stare. I was just like, normal. Okay, whatever. So, get out my car. I'm undoing myself. Like, I'm getting ready to get out the car. I'm parking. I'm turning all the music down, stuff like that. Turn my car off. Unplug my aux. Get out. Boom, bam. Right? I look over. He's still looking at me. So he gets out before me. And I'm still, undoing myself, getting ready to get out the car. I don't know why it takes me so long to get out the car. I do everything before I get out the car. I pop gum in my mouth. I put my lip gloss on. And I put some oil on so I can be smelling good. So, yeah, I was doing all that. Yeah. My cereal was getting really soggy. Okay. So, keep in mind. This smells so good. Alright, so keep in mind. It's dark outside. It's 10, almost 11 o'clock at night. So, who goes to the ATM that late? Creeps. He gets out the car. He goes in. I'm not really paying him much mind because I don't really care. I don't know him. He just looked at me. I don't care. He look around my age. I can't really see his face that well because it's dark outside. And as is, I can't see. So, it being dark on top of that, I was just blind as a bat. And I didn't know what was going on for real. I did not see him walk in. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did not see him walk inside. But I saw him when I came back out. So yeah, so I went to the ATM, popped a couple hundreds in my account, something like that. I left out, and the man still parked beside me. Mind you, I'm facing this way, he's facing this way. So like, I pulled in and he backed in, if that makes sense. So we're kind of straightforward looking at each other. So yeah, so I come out and he's sitting in his car with the door open. And like I said, not really thinking of it, nothing of it. But because I know how a lot of people are in my area, I tried to avoid eye contact because a lot of people take that as, oh, she trying to, or like, yeah, like maybe she's interested. So I tried to avoid eye contact, looking down at my phone, looked up, straight to my car, got in my car, look over, he's looking dead in my face. So, I back out. This is my car. This is his car. Wait. Yeah, he's backed in. This is the back, y'all. So, he backed in. I'm forward. So, I back out, and then drive off, right? So, I didn't see him behind me. I wasn't paying attention because, like I said, I didn't think much of it. I'm just driving home. So, once I get out of the little shopping center, I see him. This is me. I'm driving pretty slow. I see him get in front of me, right? Looking out the window. He get in front of me. And I'm like, oh, he want to race. Yeah, I don't do that. But I was feeling good. I was in my jam, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, this noodles looks so good. I'm about to taste it. Mm. They a lot of spicy. At first, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a civilized human being and ignore this challenge. But so he starts speeding up in front of me. He's switching lanes and stuff. I'm like, all right, I ain't with all that. I mean, I drive straight. He in front of me. He get in front of me, and I'm like, oh, we go in the same direction. So yeah, make that turn. Then we end up on this long road with only one lane. So I'm behind him this whole time, right? I don't use my signals no more because I'm like, what if he's following me? So I don't use my signals. And he's in front of me. So he turns into my neighborhood. I mean, he turns into the street where my neighborhood is. And I'm like, oh, we must live in, like, he must live in the neighborhood next to mine because I've never seen this dude before. Or maybe he lives in the neighborhood that I live in. And so I get in the opposite lane, which is illegal, very illegal, don't do this. I get in the lane that goes this way towards us, and I dust him, son. I get in front of him. I'm like, yeah, this him, this me. No, this him, this me. I'm behind him, right? And I'm like, yeah. Get in front of him. I notice he don't speed up. Dude is still back there. I'm like, I thought we was racing. What you doing? He's slowing down. What you doing? So then I realized I'm half a mile in front of him. I could see his car lights far back in the distance. And I'm like, okay, maybe he don't, yeah. Maybe he's sober. Okay, whatever, he going home. So I turn into my neighborhood. Still don't see him, but I see his lights at a distance. So I'm driving to my neighborhood. And because I'm in my neighborhood, I'm driving kind of slow because, you know, speed limit, like 25 miles per hour. So he starts to, like, catch up, but he's, like, still back in the distance. And so I see his headlights. So I park in front of my house. Dude drives past me and parks 4 houses in front of me and sits there. I'm like, I know dude is not my neighbor. So why is he in my neighborhood? Like, he didn't even park in front of a house. He parked in front of, like, the wood area, like the wooded, you know, the space between. So when I tell you I got out my car, I don't run. I speed walked so fast into my house. And I put the keys. You know how when you're nervous, I just geeked. Okay, tone it down. You know how, like, when you're nervous and you get to shaking and you be like trying to put the key and you're like. So that was me. I was a little scared because I thought he was gonna start walking to me. I went in my room and I look out my window and I still see him down there just sitting there. I see his red lights in the back of his car, just sitting there. And yeah, like, dude followed me home. I make a voicemail while I'm telling my friends, I'm like, y'all, this dude just followed me home. Like, I thought we was racing, blah, blah, blah. And then when I look out my window, I see him drive past. I see him drive back out the neighborhood. He do not live in my neighborhood. He followed me home. But the creepiest thing is he didn't say anything to me. When I saw him when he parked beside me, he didn't try to get my attention. He was just looking at me. And then when I came back out, he had his door open. He closed his door. When I got in my car, I drove off. Didn't see him behind me until I got on the highway. And yeah, but dude didn't say anything to me. All he did was look. That's what's so creepy. And then I saw him drive back out. And then later on, I heard his music again because he was blasting trap music. I heard it and I was so scared to look out my window. Like, so scared to look out my window. So I just called my neighbor, which is Cam. I love him so much. He came out in his little robe. He was like, what's that? Like, what's up? and it was nobody out there. We just sitting out there for a little bit talking. I was so scared, y'all. Like, I was, cars coming. I was like, is that him? Now, this is what spicy noodles are supposed to taste like. Not that other devil dinner. I don't know if he was a creep, a stalker, crazy, and I just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, of course. Or if he was trying to talk to me and he thought that following me home was gonna make me give him my number. But, okay, so like before, like I said, I was behind him. He kept going off to the side. Like, so I guess he wanted me to get beside him or something. I don't know what his thought was, but like he kept going on the shoulder. And I was just in that empty space. We was driving like this. So I was just like, maybe he wanted me to get in front of him so he could follow me home. Okay. Dude was psycho. I don't know what he thought he was about to do. The fact that he pulled in front of me and sat there for a couple minutes, wait for me to get in the house, and then drove off when I was in the house is creepy. I should probably tell my mom. But the crazy thing, it was so dark, I didn't even know what his car looked like. I know if I saw it, I would recognize it. I don't know what type of car that was. I don't know what his face looked like. I don't know anything at all. I know his car was like a darker color because I couldn't really see it in the dark. So it had to be like a dark gray or a black or a blue or something like that. But y'all, what is that? It's chewy. See, I don't know what I'm eating, but it was kind of good. But yeah, so more of the story, don't go to Giant to deposit money into your account at night because you will get followed home. And that's it. Don't do it. If you like this video, make sure you thumbs up and share. If this has happened to you, or any creepy stories, anything creepy happened to you, tell me in the comments because I be on it. Like, this what you do, call 911. Yeah, cause I keep that thing on me. Make sure you thumbs up and tell your friends about my channel, and I will see you in the next video.